To tonight's original now with in-depth reporting on a topic we've been keeping an eye on. And tonight it is reproductive care, talking about women who need to travel to get an abortion because it's illegal in the states where they live. Making these kinds of trips can be expensive, but one nonprofit group is working to try to fix this in kind of a different way. NBC's Kathy Park has the story.
The Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade was leaked. Kim, who's a private pilot, knew she wanted to help.
It was just really important to me to be able to act in some way other than just voting.
That's when she found Elevated Access, a network of other private pilots who volunteer to fly people for free to states where they can access abortion and gender-affirming care.
And I think about how overwhelming that could be, especially if you were located in the Deep South and you needed to travel. You're looking at like 1,000 miles. You have to take time off work to get there, and not everyone has that luxury.
Here's how it works. People seeking an abortion are referred to Elevated Access by partner organizations like abortion clinics. Elevated Access says they have over 1,000 volunteer pilots and work with at least 70 organizations, including Planned Parenthood. Throughout the process, passengers selected to fly can remain anonymous. No ID is required.
We kind of have like a don't ask, don't tell policy. I don't ask them why I'm flying them, so I try to bring, snacks and drinks and stuff like that, just to keep them comfortable. There's no expense to the patient.
The end of Roe v. Wade created a lot of barriers for people seeking abortions. 12 states are now enforcing near total bans, with limited exceptions, according to the Guttmacher Institute. Since abortions are banned or not available in a number of states, millions of people are unable to access a provider in their home state. But volunteering for an organization like Elevated Access can be risky.
Some states prohibit any assistance of an abortion, and that could include helping someone travel out of state. On paper, these pilots are certainly assisting an abortion.
Harassment is also a concern, which is why we're keeping Kim's last name anonymous. But for Kim, despite the risk, she continues to volunteer because this kind of work is personal.
At some other stage in my life, I needed abortion care, and I know that feeling and how desperate and how scary and lonely it can feel.
Social media platforms like TikTok are providing greater exposure, inviting more pilots to get on board. That's how Kim learned about the initiative.
If you're a pilot with an aircraft that can donate your time and resources, contact them.
Gynecologist Dr. Jessica Shepard believes volunteers like Kim are an important part of providing access to abortion care, especially in low-income communities.
Majority of women who do seek abortions are from low-income communities, already have one or more children, and we're starting to see that disparity grow even more between those who are able to access care and those who are not.
Considering fewer than 10% of pilots are women, according to the FAA, Kim feels a sense of girl power when volunteering.
Here we are, we're breaking into this male-dominated world. We're here to support other women and help them get the health care they need.
Taking to the skies and going the distance for abortion care.
Kathy Park is joining us now. Kathy, thank you for bringing us this story. What's so interesting, you mentioned how you only identified that pilot by her first name because there are layers of anonymity, not just for the pilots, but of course, because of the sensitivity of these missions for the patients. Tell us more about what these journeys are like.
Yeah, so some say that the best way to describe the model, it's similar to Uber and Lyft. So these pilots are offering transportation only, no questions asked. They don't ask what the purpose of their trip is. You saw there, it's a very small plane, small aircraft, and the journey can be several hours. And in some cases, for the passengers, this is their very first flight. So that can be a little nerve-wracking. So Kim, you heard her say she tries to make the flight as comfortable as possible, offering snacks and drinks. But I thought what was interesting is that she said she is not a counselor. She is a pilot. She knows her role in this journey, and she said the goal is to bring these passengers, these folks, from point A to point B.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.